Hey movers and shakers, Emily here at the Movement Clinic. Welcome to your practice today. Today we're going straight into a short and sweet flow all around all the different variations of side plank. So I've got a blanket here with me to pad my knees. Grab one if you need one and hop on your mat. We start in child's pose with or without the blanket, totally up to you. I'm gonna move mine off to the side. In your child's pose, tuck your toes under and find a more active child's pose. So stretch your hands out, arms long, spread your fingers comfortably wide, actively press forward and down into the palms and feel those shoulders lift. Maybe even feel a little bit of activation in those upper abdominals near those floating ribs. Actively stretch your hips out of your armpits, and as you press down into the palms, feel those armpits lift. Shoulders might already start to feel a little warm or fiery, or whatever sensations are existing in your body. Maybe close your eyes for a moment. Start to smooth and lengthen out the breath. And give yourself a moment to maybe find that sense of arriving or a presence within the confines of your skin, within whatever experience you're living in this moment. Maybe with those toes tucked under, feeling the bottoms of those feet talking to you. And inhale, shift forward, hands and knees. Adjust the hands back, knees a print forward, whatever you need to do. And wiggle through some cat-cows as you inhale. Lift the heart through the upper arms, forward and up. Lengthen tailbone to sky. Tone that low belly. Exhale, cat. Inhale to cow. Exhale through cat, rounding, pressing away through those palms. Last round, inhale, lengthen that spine. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale to neutral. Make sure that low belly is toned up and in, and narrow the waist as though someone were cinching a corset around that waist, the space between ribs and hip bone. And from that part of the low waist, start to squeeze the right low waist, turn the gaze towards the right hip towards the gaze, and switch, activating that motion by squeezing left waist to lengthen right, gaze to the left hip, lift moves towards the gaze, or hip moves towards the gaze, and switch. So really start finding the movement in an active way by using those side waist muscles to swivel hips right, left. And come back to neutral, keeping low belly zipped, keeping the spine absolutely neutral. We're gonna do just a few rounds of shoulder blade push-ups or scapular push-ups. So inhale, squeeze shoulder blades around spine, heart lowers. Exhale, press away. Inhale, squeeze. Notice I'm not flopping my hips and moving anything in the lower part of my body. Everything is stationary. I'm just moving shoulder blades, wrapping around spine, squeezing, protracting as I press away and lift my spine above my shoulder blades. Last round, squeeze and press away. Come back to neutral, stretch heart forward, toes are tucked under, lift hips up and back, down dog. Pedal the feet out here briefly. As you actively press forward and down through the palms like we did in child's pose, low belly is toned, cinching up that waist, lengthening hips out of armpits, lifting armpits away from the mat. Come up onto the balls of those feet and allow the heels to lower to the right. Nice side stretch for the left side body. Inhale, up through center, balls of the feet. Exhale, heels to the right. Nice stretch for right side body. Keeping that waist toned. Inhale, up, over to the right. Really digging into the inner and outer edge of feet. Inhale, up through center, balls of the feet. Exhale, left. Inhale, up through center, gaze forward, and tippy-toe your way to a forward fold at the top of the mat. It might look like a hobble, it might look like a boogie, whatever way you find yourself to a forward fold. Land fingertips lightly on shins. Inhale, lift and lengthen spine. Again, finding that toned and supported belly, absorb low ribs. Exhale, fold. Inhale, find that lift and lengthen halfway. You can keep a soft bend in the knees. Exhale, fold. Last round, inhale, lift and lengthen. Keep knees as bent as you need to keep fingertips on the mat, and slowly lower yourself to a seat, coming through a low squat or plopping down. Keep the low belly toned. Reach your arms out in front of you, palms face one another. And we're gonna do some circular sit-ups going in either direction to really start to feel and use all parts of our abdominal wall so that we can really start to hone some of the stability that we're gonna need in our abdominals to help support us and lift us in whatever variation of side plank we're going for today. Maybe all of them. So sternum and heart is going to keep facing through the area between your palms. So gently turn to the right, squeeze low right waist to make that happen. Slowly lower as you exhale. Keep shoulder blades lifted off the mat as you roll to the left. Heart again reaching between and staying in line between those palms as you slowly exhale. Come on up. Inhale, over to the right. Exhale, as you lower, turn to the left and come on up with the inhale. One more in this direction. You might need a couple rounds of breath, whatever type of breath you need to support you in these circular sit-ups. Now let's go to the opposite direction as we swing back to the left, toning low left waist. Lower down, roll to the right, inhale, come on up to the right side, sweep over to the left, lower on down. If you're struggling with these, don't worry, it's all right. We're just getting everything sort of woken up and warmed up. And next time you lower down on the left, roll onto that left hip, reach that left arm out behind you, press down into the palm, fingers spread comfortably wide. Right arm reaches up, and we're gonna squeeze upper waist, that right waist, to help lift arm and hip towards one another and lift that right leg. And then come on back, inhale. Exhale, right leg lifts, squeeze that top waist, maybe tap shin, knee, calf, whatever. Now you can keep with lifting the one leg, or for the next 3 rounds, you can try to lift both legs. Exhale, come on up, squeeze, and lower. Squeezing those inner thighs together, magnetizing those inner arches. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Now, roll over to the other side. I'm gonna switch directions simply so you don't have to stare at my butt. You're welcome. Right arm reaches out, left hand up, activating and squeezing upper left waist. Exhale, just lift that left leg to start waking up that top waist lightly at first. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift up, staying right here or adding that bottom right leg as well. Squeeze the inner thighs together, magnetize inner arches together, feet are flexed. Exhale, lift. Woo, this side's a little tougher for me. Inhale, lower. Keep narrowing that waist, toning that belly. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Last one, exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Go ahead and bend those knees and find your way to hands and knees, tabletop. This is where you might want to grab that blanket to pad the knees. I'm going to adjust my mat a little bit here so I'm not cockeyed. Okay, so come to a lengthened tabletop here to find a supported chaturanga. Toes are tucked under. Zip up low belly, narrow waist, curl, sit bones underneath you, stretch heart forward. Bend the elbows a couple inches, few centimeters, maybe a little bit more, keeping the narrow waist, keeping the toned belly. Exhale, press up and sink hips back towards heels. Inhale forward, find a baby chaturanga push up here, lots of support. Exhale, push back. Last one, inhale to lower. Exhale, press up and push back, hips to heels, toes are still tucked under. Inhale, come forward to this long lengthened tabletop position into supported chaturanga and bring those knees to touch so inner thighs are together, inner heels are magnetized, inner arches. Roll over to the right, press down into the right hand and reach left fingertips up to the sky. Squeeze the low right waist to lift your hips up and hip dips from here. So inhale, lower that right hip down, make sure right shoulder is moving back and into the shoulder socket. So shoulder's not pressing forward, we're drawing it back and in. That's gonna remain the same throughout. So as we inhale, we lower, dip the hip. Exhale, squeeze right waist to lift us up. Left fingertips can reach to sky or left hand on hip. Inhale, lower. Exhale, squeeze waist, lift. Press away through that palm. Inhale, lower. Exhale, squeeze it up and lift. Now from here, gate, stretch that left foot back, reach left fingertips up to sky. Gaze forward to the top of the mat, pick up your left foot, and step it forward. Land your palms underneath your shoulders, little cat-cows here, leaving the pelvis stationary, so only the upper back is moving. Inhale, squeeze shoulder blades together. Exhale, press away. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, press away. Inhale to squeeze. Exhale, press away. Hold back to gate pose. Right toes sweep out to the right. Left foot moves back. Press away through the bottom hand and lift up, up, up. And come back to that supported plank position. Inner knees touch, low belly is zipped. And roll over to the left side now. Right fingertips reach up or right hand on waist. Mind that bottom shoulder, arm bones plugging back into shoulder socket. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press away and lift. Inhale, lower. Press away and lift. Low waist and palm are working in concert to lift us up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press away and lift. Stretch that right foot behind you, gate pose. Gaze forward, step right foot forward, come into that low lunge variation for a couple of these little cat-cows or scapular push-ups. Inhale, squeeze shoulder blades together. Exhale, press away. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, press away. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, press away. Right arm lifts up, gate pose briefly. Right leg stretches behind you. Right fingertips reach to sky. Come back to your supported plank pose. Toes are tucked under. Lower all the way to your belly. Stretch toes behind you. Inhale, stretch heart forward. Exhale, child's pose. Toes tucked under. And down dog. Lift hips up and back. Maybe wiggle those hips side to side, lifting each heel at a time, or finding stillness, whatever suits you. Inhale up to the balls of the feet. Exhale, heels to the right and shift forward to plank. Shoulders stack over hips, but heels are rolling to the right. Right hip is to the right. From here, come to plank pose, lift to the balls of the feet. Heels roll to the left. And then press up and back to down dog from here with heels to the left still. Inhale, forward plank pose. Lift up to the balls of the feet. Exhale, heels to the right, hips up and back. One more round. Inhale, forward. Roll to the balls of the feet. Exhale, heels to the left. Lift hips up and back. Inhale, forward. Balls of feet, heels to right. Exhale. Down dog, lift up to the balls of the feet. And soften those inner heels down to the mat. Gaze forward. Walk forward to the top of the mat. Fold forward. Inhale, find that little half lift. Lots of support and tone in that low waist, that cinching up, zipping up. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise, roll up. Reach up, look up. And exhale, palms through heart center. And now just some really loose and easy arm circles and kind of shake out the wrists. We are doing a lot of weight bearing right now, so however it is that you want to free up those shoulder blades on the back, big arm circles to the back and then to the front. Maybe alternating. All right. Come to stand at the top of your mat. You can leave blanket there or move it off to the side, up to you. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift the gaze, plant the palms down, dog, step back. Inhale to lift the gaze and lower knees to mat. Find that supported chaturanga with inner thighs hugging in, inner knees touching, inner arches touching. Roll over to the right as you press down into the right palm. Lift left hand to sky. Lengthen left leg back, gate pose. Gaze forward and step that left foot about halfway up. So a very, very short lunge. Spin right toes behind you, palms plant underneath shoulders. Inhale, scapular push-up, lower heart in between upper arms. Exhale, press away. Lift your upper back between the shoulder blades. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press away. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press away. Now tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, supported high lunge. Turn left toes out. Press away through that right palm as you roll to the outer edge of both feet and left hand reaches to sky. So another version of gate pose. Press down into the outer edge of that back foot. Press down into the left foot. Inhale, lower hips down. Same thing we did before. Watch that bottom shoulder. Exhale, press away. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, press away. Last one, inhale, lower down. Exhale, press away. Now, left foot steps back in front of the right foot to find a staggered plank pose. If you would like to lower right knee for gate, feel free to do so if that's where you are. And roll your way to plank pose. Exhale, lift hips up and back, down dog. Inhale, forward, supported chaturanga, inner knees, thighs, ankles touch. Roll to the left, right foot reaches back, right hand reaches up. Gate pose. Gaze down and step right foot halfway forward, sort of in front of the belly button. Come into that low lunge. Scapular push-ups here for 3 rounds. Inhale, squeeze shoulder blades together. Exhale, lift. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, lift. One more, inhale, squeeze. Exhale, lift, hold. Keep pressing away through that left hand. Lift back knee up. Turn right toes out. Roll to outer edges of both feet. Right fingertips reach up to sky, a sort of dragon lunge. Inhale, dip that lower hip down. Exhale, use the power of the low waist squeezing, back foot digging into the mat and pressing away through this left hand to exhale, lift you up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press away, squeeze. Last one, inhale, lower. Exhale, press away, squeeze. Step right foot back, staggered plank, or find your gate pose. And move your way back to down dog. Lower to your knees, sit back on your heels. Interlace your fingers, wrists are nice and loose. Bring those forearms to touch and just start to bring one forearm up and forward, other opposite forearm up and forward to release and roll out those wrists, maybe reversing the direction. Maybe just shaking out those hands side to side, forward and back. Beauty, supported chaturanga, yet again. Lift your hips up and back, down dog. Changed my mind there midway. We'll go from here. So, inhale forward to plank pose. Press down through that right hand, zip up your low belly. We're gonna find our staggered side plank. So roll heels to the right. We've done this a few times already in class. Start to get light on those left fingertips. Draw that low left belly back, squeeze low right waist. Maybe start to lengthen those left fingertips up to the sky. You might even think about stacking left foot on top of right, squeezing those inner thighs, knees, and inner arches together as you lift up. Gaze is wherever it feels best. Mind that bottom shoulder. And however you would like, pick up that left foot and step it forward. Lower right knee. Inhale, reach up, low lunge. Grab right wrist and left hand, reach up and overhead. So stretching out that side that we just compressed and used actively. Inhale to release, reach up. Exhale, plant palms, step back, down dog. So same thing, other side. Obviously you always have gate pose, staggered side plank, or maybe start playing with a full side plank. Inhale, forward plank pose. Press away through the palms. Zip up low belly, tone the waist. Roll ankles and heels to the left. Really press down into the outer and inner edge of left and right foot respectively. Get the light on those right fingertips. Blah, blah, blah. Inhale, right fingertips to sky possibly. You can lower left knee into gate, of course, if you would like. You can maybe stack right foot on top of left, press away through the bottom hand no matter what. Squeeze low left waist no matter what. Pick up your right foot, step it forward. Meet in a low lunge, however you would like to get there. Right foot forward, lower left knee. Inhale, reach up. Grab left wrist and right hand and lengthen out low left waist, keeping the tone of the low belly. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, plant fingertips, step forward, fold forward, top of the mat. Land fingertips to shins. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, Fold forward. Toe heel your feet about as wide as your hips. Bend your knees generously, so much so that ribs gently lower on hips, but keep lifting that low belly up and in. Ragdoll, grab opposite elbows and rock side to side. Release fingertips back to mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees generously, roll up to rise, reach up, look up. Exhale, palms to heart center. Turn your toes out, heels slightly in. Inhale, reach up. Malasana squat, low squat. Exhale, sink hips towards heels. If you need to be in more of an active squat, fine. If the heels lift for any reason, try to keep them grounded by stepping on to your blanket or rolling up your mat, however it is that you need, that you get assistance. Find what you need in order to keep those heels grounded. Low belly is zipped, narrow that low waist. Reach left fingertips out to the left, forearm and arm is in front of and outside of that left shin. Right arm reaches out, flip palm to sky, reach up and overhead. Inhale to release, right arm sweeps down and out to the right in front of that shin. Left arm reaches out, flip palm to sky. Exhale, stretch up and overhead. And slowly release, come to a seat on your mat. Reach those feet out in front of you. Pick up that right leg, bend the knee, right heel lands close to your bum. Maybe you pick it up and cross it over the top of the left thigh. Maybe you also bend the left knee and swing that heel outside of your right hip, not underneath it, outside of it. Set yourself up for a seated twist. Whatever variation is accessible to you. Nothing is more valuable in any shape. The most value is whatever your body needs, so figure that out. Lengthen up nice and tall. Side waist is still narrowed. Take that left forearm, wrap it around that outer right knee. As you sit up even taller, draw low right belly back to help you twist. Right fingertips land softly behind you. And what's nice about this is even though that left arm can kind of help assist you in the twist, I find that more gratifying and more juicy than that is the more that I just focus on hugging that knee across my body, I get that nice opening across my right hip. And you might play with looking over right shoulder, or maybe look over that left shoulder and start to lower left ear to left shoulder to find a nice stretch in the right neck or right side of your neck. I guess you don't really have a right and a left neck. And slowly release, unwind, and make your way into the other side. So again, right foot, right leg long, left knee bends. We land here, we cross left foot over the right thigh. Maybe we also bend that right knee. As long as both sit bones are rooted, as long as we're able to sit up nice and tall. I'm using my blanket to help me sit up tall. Take whatever you need for support. Low belly is drawing up and in as I sit up tall with the assistance of narrowing my waist. Right forearm wraps around outer left knee and just start to hug that in and feel that nice opening maybe in the outer left hip. You might feel it in the low back or more in the butt, depends on where you're tightest. Inhale to find length. Exhale, low left belly draws back to help me turn and lightly plant my left fingertips. not pressing and wrenching myself into the twist, finding the support of these abdominals to actively twist. And maybe left chin, chin over left shoulder. Or maybe chin towards the right as we lower right ear towards right shoulder. So left side of the neck can open. And inhale to gently unwind and find a nice comfortable seat. We're gonna end in a seat today. Of course, if you would like a Shavasana, take one. This is your practice. This is your time. I'm just a talking head up here, making gentle suggestions. So find whatever a comfortable seat or lying down Shavasana is for you. But no matter what orientation your body is in, shoulder blades are softly down the back. Gently lengthen the sides of the neck so you might feel the back of the head slide slowly away from the shoulders. Maybe the chin will ever so slightly lower towards the chest. Again, nothing drastic, all gentle. And take a moment to scan your body. Notice any sensations. Maybe cast a gaze on the heart. Notice how you feel. And I will leave you here in this sense of quiet noticing sensations, feelings, and stay here with yourself for as long as you need. And I look forward to joining you next time. I bow to you deeply.